Fantastic. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us at One DC Talks today. My name is Marian Golda. I am a civil engineer and also the founder of One DC Talks and your host today. I'm so excited that I can already see two people live. You're most welcome to this conversation today. Um, with me, I have uh, three amazing people who have joined me today at One DC Talks to talk about AI and engineering. So I know AI is a conversation that has been ongoing for quite some time now. And I know all of us in our own ways we've tried to find out what it is and how it is that we can apply it on our work. So today what we're going to be having here is just a conversation of what we know, what we've learned, and to share with each other. So just be free to share what you have, whatever you type on your comment. If on LinkedIn or YouTube, I'll be able to see it on my screen and I'll be able to share. So if you have, as we go on with the discussion, if you have anything to share, if you have a question, if you have a tip, if you have a tool that you know, uh, feel free to comment on LinkedIn or YouTube. I'll be able to see your comment and share with everyone else. It's really great to have you, and I'll give each and every one of our speakers today an opportunity to introduce themselves. So we'll just start with their names and what they do on a day to day, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay, fantastic. I'll start with Kevin, uh, then David, and then Maureen.
Hello, team. Hello,
You can hear. Yes, Kevin.
you can hear.
Yes, loud and clear.
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, I'm Kevin. I'm Kevin Agumba.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a tool technician with over 6 years of experience in road construction projects,
Okay.
both in the laboratory and in the field.
Mm-hmm.
My background involves soil testing, concrete, asphalt, quality control, and quality assurance of construction materials. Most of my work revolves around ensuring materials used in major infrastructures work in roads. So in the past year, I have also learned about the AI applications in engineering material testing. And today I'm honored just to share a few.
Okay. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kevin. Uh, Next we'll have David.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is David Morindi. I am the director for Morindi Builders and Contractors Company Limited. We are a construction company based in Nairobi, Kenya, and we offer services from excavation, interior design and build services. I've been uh, I've been in the field for more than 5 years, so I have 6 years of experience, and I'm glad to be one of the speakers in this conversation, and I'm looking forward to talk to you guys. Thank you.
Fantastic. Um, Maureen.
Hello team, my name is Maureen Nyamwero Miruri, a civil engineer by profession, working majorly in the transport sector. I work with highway engineers in producing highway designs, and I also participate in road safety audits and IRAP road assessment programs. In addition to that, I do conduct traffic surveys and analysis of traffic data. I am honored to be part of this conversation. I'm looking forward to learning and sharing what I've also learned with regard especially to application of AI in our workflows. So that's spanning highway design, safety audits, and traffic assessments, and of course, analysis. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you. So, Maureen, David, and Kevin. So, our audience it's so diverse. So, what that means, we have students, we have young professionals, and we have people, seasoned professionals, mid-career professionals. So, for the sake of the students and the young professionals, I'd like us to maybe give a background of our careers, how it is that we came to do what we do. Um, just a little background story about it. I'll give everyone an opportunity to do that, maybe in a minute or two. We start with Kevin again. Please tell us the background of your career. How is it that you came to do material testing and some of the things that you do to get to where you are? Kevin.
You're not audible. I think it is my network. I don't get you clearly. I
Okay, I'm
don't get you
saying,
clearly. I don't know it is my network or what.
sorry about that. Can you
Yeah.
hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Now I can hear you.
Fantastic. So I'm saying we have a diverse audience and including students and young professionals. And so would you please give us a background of your career, how you came to do to do material testing and kind of uh, your career background and how everything that led to that. A bit of backstory.
Oh, so I'm just a diploma holder in civil engineering. In my background, I have worked with contractors and consultants in the material sector and quality control for more than 6 years. So I've been
So
in the consultancy field and in the contractor field. So that's how I gained my experience in soils, concrete materials, asphalt materials, and surfacing materials.
okay, so for someone who would want to
So
do
I've
material.
worked all around in construction.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Kevin, for someone who'd want to do material testing and all that, so you say the first thing you get a diploma in material test in civil engineering, and then what does that involve on a day to day? What does that involve?
It involves mainly the
Okay.
quality control of the materials used in road construction.
So at the
Yeah.
construction stage. So at the construction stage. So is it only at the construction stage, or do we also have do you
Yeah.
also see it during, like maybe you said also you work with consultancy? Like how does that look like?
Come again, please.
For the consultancy, of course, for the contractors, you do material testing during construction, yes. But now for the consultancy, how does that look like? If you'd want to do material as a material testing expert on the consultancy side, how does that look like?
Yes, in the side of the consultative side, key values you only maintain, you check the quality of work the contractor is doing. You
Okay, yeah.
counter check. The
Mm-hmm.
contractor provides, the contractor submits its design, then you counter check. In day-to-day work, you maintain all the quality control of
Mm.
every materials on site, in the lab, and everywhere.
Okay,
Be it
nice.
soils, concrete, asphalt, everything.
Okay, I think it's clear now. Thank you. So I think that is clear for anyone who would want to do that. Any more questions around that? You're free to post it on the comment section. I'll direct it to Kevin. So then we go to David. You just mentioned
Okay, thank you.
thank you, Kevin. You work for Morindi Contractors, and that's just rhymes with your name. So we need a bit of background on that, how you came to do all that for someone who would want to pursue that line of career.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, everything goes down to what one loves to do. Actually, construction is something that I am passionate of, and this is one thing that I have been doing since I was a young kid. By studying artist, and this came to I used to draw building structures while I was a kid. Growing up, I went to high school doing art and design as a subject. So after that, I pursued further education under the undergraduate, where I did architecture, diploma in architecture. Then afterwards, I did project management. After project management, I did a diploma in interior design, and all this made me come up to now doing everything in construction. So I thought that for it to be wise, I should now start my own company. So, and that's how I did register my company. And now, so now I do offer the services that I did state earlier. So a little okay. What I would just advise a student who's listening to me right now is that you have to be passionate about that one thing that you're doing. It cannot be construction as per se. Single thing that you are doing right now, you have to be passionate, love what you're doing at the time. So from there now, you'll now direct the career part of your of what you're loving to do right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really unique, I think, just venturing out. So someone can actually finish, do some internship and learn for a few years and then go and venture into their own contracting works. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Thank you. So any questions around that are welcome. I'll direct them to David. Please, Maureen, you're welcome to tell us a bit about your career background, what you do on a day to day, how does that look like, and how you got there.
Hello again. So I've been inspired with David's sharing, and I'll echo the same. For sure, you need to be passionate about what you're pursuing. And so for me, how it looks like is in primary school, because I schooled in a rural area, I used to see old people on the road carrying huge luggages. And because I was small, I didn't know how I could help them. And I always wondered, what is this one thing I can do to actually help people? At that point, I didn't have an answer to that. So I knew I had a passion for maths, physics, sciences, and whatnot. In high school, I took that combination of three sciences, whatever. And then, so that translated into me studying civil engineering in my higher education. And I developed a passion for transport related subjects, traffic engineering, highway engineering. And so I I would find myself excited in those topics. And for my attachments, by God's grace, I believe God has a hand in all of this also. I found myself attached in transportation projects. So this was in county governments, specifically the county government of Kiambu, where I would participate in construction supervision as a site agent, yeah, on the client side. And so that's where my venture into transport really began. After graduation, that's in 2021, I got to land this role here at SMEC as a graduate engineer, where I now work with, as I mentioned, I work with the highway engineers in producing highway designs. I also conduct safety audits and I also do traffic analysis and traffic surveys. And so maybe as an advice to guys starting up and students, I'd say on top of discovering your passion, also try and find what's the one problem you see affecting society that you feel you have the potential to help address, and you feel you have the passion to help solve. Because in essence, what you're doing, it really should translate to helping people, improving their lives, solving a problem facing society. And finally, once you've mastered that, it automatically translates into resources because then you're able to make money as you solve problems, you know. And so that ability to align your passion to a problem facing society and equipping yourself enough to be able to solve the problem and get resources to sustain yourself from that. So yeah, that's a way to look at it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that's so profound. Thank you so much for sharing. So, those interested in traffic transport, please, uh, your questions are welcome. We'll direct them. We'll definitely direct them to Maureen. So now we move to our topic of today, AI in engineering, and I've heard that almost everyone nowadays you've come across or used AI one way or another, but sometimes you actually don't know that you have used it. So I want us to get into, because we've heard about the background of each of our speakers and what they do. So now we want to look at how is it that, like, what is AI and how is it that they've come to incorporate AI in their day to day. So please let us know. Let's start with David. David, when did you come across AI? What you've learned about it, and how is it that you try to incorporate it in what you do in your engineering works?
First of all, I'm very grateful when it comes to giving credit to the ones who innovated and discovered the AI. It has really actually helped a lot in the engineering sector. From
Okay.
from the small works to the complex projects. It has helped a lot in the engineering sector. So in my line of work, where if I start from the services that I provide, from excavation all the way up to building the structures, AI has actually helped me a lot in discovering new things and also knowing how to fix various problems that usually arise on site and also off site. In that when you employ when actually if I can give a quick review on how I usually handle things on a day to day. For example,
Mm-hmm.
if I usually manage different projects throughout the country, so it will be very difficult for me to actually coordinate all the teams in all the projects. So there before, I used to meet all the teams on site for me to actually know what they are doing, what they have done, and how the flow of work is going on. But as AI came into work, I can actually be in one position, then manage the entire project while I'm seated at one position. And that one has actually helped me in saving time and also saving money at the same time. Um, from excavation, if I can point out, um, we used to um, there is a certain way that you used to handle excavation there before. But you have to go to site, you as the site supervisor, get to site. Then when the excavation starts, if you have a machine, then the excavation starts. You have to key in you as the supervisor, the time that the machine started working, and also you have to be very keen up to the time it stops. But there are some gadgets that have been put in place which AI has helped us do that. That on the machine you have to just tap in, then that gadget will lead you to our our spreadsheet. the starting time, the person who was actually doing that work, and actually that one gives you a great swift progress of how work is being done on the excavation part. When you come to the design and build side of the design and build side, we actually they there before, architect structural engineers used to design using hand. They usually went they just do the design work using bare hands. But uh, the innovation of the BIM with software such as ArchiCAD, AutoCAD, Revit, they actually can execute the design work within no time. Like work that will take up to 2 months can be executed in 2 days or 2 weeks, which actually shortens the time that the design phase of the project. It also helps a lot in lessening the milestones of the project. That one has helped a lot. On the landscape side, also it has done the same, and I am actually glad of that because now we can actually do renders of a cloud, nice
Mm.
renders. Actually, we can also put it in a docket where we also do the renders as a service of its own, and you can know that's actually another stream of income. Yeah, I think I can say that AI has actually helped a lot in my business as a whole. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, okay. Okay, David, that is so profound. And I think, there is something you've said that, let's start with the first one, managing work. You've said that AI helps you to manage different sites in one place. So we want to make this discussion as something that somebody can actually pick and and apply on whatever they're doing. So maybe you can tell us some of the tools you use, because this is a professional forum as well. I'm sure they will understand the terms, the tools you use, and what does that site coordination look like? What kind of AI tools, how did it look like before, and what kind of AI tools now come in to make this managing these different sites possible at one area?
Mhm. Okay, thank you very much. So the tool that I use is called Connect Team. This is a
Mm-hmm,
tool that I usually pay a subscription for. And this tool, you key in the project, first of all, the project that you're having, the project manager of that project
mm-hmm,
supervisor, the
mm-hmm,
project detail, that is the document part of it, where you have a docket where there is the procurement sector, now
mm-hmm,
the managerial sector, where you're now um, managing the project itself.
mm-hmm,
On the managerial sector, that's where you split it down into now the project manager, site supervisor,
mm-hmm,
uh, the team itself. If you have plumbers on the site, you have electricians, you have masons, you have painters. They are all listed there. Now, each and every team member is keyed into that system, that software. So they
mm-hmm,
key in. You can actually see they are on site. After when they get to site, they key in there. Now they are all listed there that this one is in and this is the work that he's doing at that moment. So that helps a lot in overseeing entire project. So you can do it if you're having let's say for example I'm doing a 3 bedroom house in Eldoret. So
mm-hmm,
you start first of all by stating the project itself, then the scope of work of how the project will go. This is you break it down into phases: phase one, phase two, phase three, phase four. Phase one will take maybe let's say a week, and in this week day one to day six, these are the jobs that will be done on site. So it
mm-hmm.
helps a lot following following everything that is done on site, and also it gives also that confidence that everything is running as you had structured there before. So if it's done this way in the maybe in Eldoret, I can actually do the same in Kisii, do the same in Machakos. Then cumulatively, I have to now check if now for each site I have someone who they usually answer to. So this person will give me a report on everything. Then all for every site, the overhead overseer will now get back to me and tell me this now is the progress of this of the project.
Okay. So every site coordinator also uh, gets they have a place in Connector.
Yeah,
That's how it is that you can be at one place because you're getting updates, and the updates, they are live.
yeah,
You're
sure, sure.
getting updates from different sites.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe somebody would ask, now this Connect app, how is it related to AI? How is it AI?
So they now we have various ways on how you key in the information to the software, where it helps a lot in doing the checks. Maybe it also alerts everything. Now the AI comes in where it lessens the workforce of maybe where you come to easy sheets. Maybe what has been done is actually it notifies us, and also what has not been done. There is usually a notification where that this has to be done because it shows us that this has not been done and it's supposed to be worked on immediately.
Mm,
So it helps in the progress of the project.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And also you mentioned something on excavation, a tool that helps you to time. Is it to time excavation? So what did you say?
Yeah.
Which tool specifically?
So there is this software that I did. I have an IT guy who programs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he hasn't given it a name yet, but it's a software, an in-house software, so that
Mm-hmm.
it's keyed into the system of the machine. So
Mm-hmm.
once the machine is on site, it
Mm-hmm.
gives us the data of what is being worked on at that specific time, and how it's going to be scheduled, like literally how the work is going to be done. So immediately the work starts, it counts the time taken, and immediately it stops. It now shows us the entire time taken for that specific excavation project.
Okay. That's actually that's really great. So you guys actually built that.
Yeah.
So at what point did you bring in AI to do what specifically? And
Um.
AI,
Now,
because AI is like very wide. Like what kind of AI, and like for what specific thing did you bring in AI to solve?
so AI helps a lot. Mostly, when we have a project in maybe let's say I've done excavation in Tatu City. So, for example, in Tatu City, uh, I cannot be mobilizing machines to every site throughout the country. So I'll have to go to maybe a certain center, get the machines there, and people nowadays it's very hard to trust guys. So that's where now the AI comes in, um, where you now have to you have AI does not have maybe like the biased side. So after getting the machines, you have to key in the system. It now gives us data, live data of what is happening at a specific moment. So this helps me as a director, like literally to oversee the project from a far distance without even being there.
Okay. Actually, I maybe one day we're gonna have like some demo or something so that we can get to see it and have a better feel about it. Thank you so much for sharing that. We'll get back to you after a while, but for now, let's hear from Kevin. Kevin, um, now somebody would wonder, how is AI coming in material sampling and testing? So please tell us, just paint a picture for us, pre AI and post AI. how has the transformation been? How has AI come in to help you with your day-to-day work, um, in material sampling, testing, and related works? And please, as you share, don't forget to share the tools as well. Very important. The ones that you're using, the ones that you've discovered. Kevin, you're muted. Please unmute yourself. Kevin, if you can hear me, you're muted. Please unmute yourself first. I see you're speaking. Okay, good. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin, we're losing you. Apologies, everyone. Kevin is on site and the connection is not very good. We've lost you, Kevin. We've lost you. Okay, sorry about that. We'll get that sorted out. In the meantime, I think let's hear from Maureen as we sort out Kevin's audio issues. Maureen, your turn. Please tell us about what you do and how AI is coming into your work to make it easy. Feel free to start from how you came to know AI, what is it, and how is it that you've come to incorporate it in what you do day to day in transport.
Thank you, Maran. Well, I'll start by echoing what you said, that most of the times you don't really know that what you're using is AI, but over time you realize, that has been AI helping me all along. So, in essence, maybe just to have that understanding, in brief, I believe AI is simply the capability of computers, machines, softwares, or programs to perform tasks that typically will be performed by an intelligent human being. But now these machines, these softwares, you see, these computers are able to do those tasks. I think that's why it's called artificial intelligence. It's intelligence, but from artificial stuff, from things. So they're able to perform tasks that typically would require an intelligent human being to perform. So in the areas where I'm involved in, I've seen it working quite efficiently. And the biggest benefit I think it does is that it automates repetitive tasks, the tasks that you'd have to do once and again, and you're typically doing the same thing only over and over again. So AI is
Yeah.
able to augment you to help you do that faster and more efficiently with less errors. You see, so maybe to sort of drive the point home, I'd love to give an example in the
Okay.
area of road safety. Road
Yes.
safety. I mentioned I'm involved in road safety audits and
Yes.
in IRAP road assessment programs.
Yes.
So IRAP is an international road assessment program.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, it helps. The essence is the main goal is to help reduce road accidents and deaths due to traffic accidents and to make roads safer.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm sure we're all aware that on even just in Kenya, people really die a lot on roads. every day, more than 10 people die on roads. More than 10 people every single day. Today, by the end of the day, 10 people will have died on roads.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, that's a problem because you can't really account for the value of human life.
Yeah.
And if you can help stop this or even reduce it to whatever level, it goes a long way. So that's where IRAP assessments come in. How they work in brief is that you take a road, you record its attributes, yeah?
Okay.
And attributes, I mean its features, the width of the
So,
lane.
so before you proceed, IRAP, what's IRAP? Let's start from there. Then, so you
Okay,
continue to
yeah,
understand, please.
sorry. Yeah, so IRAP in full, it's an international road assessment program. It's a
Uh-huh.
charitable organization, okay,
Okay.
that came up with this system. It's funded by all the big bodies, World Bank, whatnot. But its goal is to help make roads safer globally. Okay? So it provides this set of tools that individuals, organizations can use in assessing roads towards
Mm-hmm.
making them safer for use by all road users. So the beauty is that it doesn't only focus on vehicles because traditionally that has been the trend. If roads are designed, they're designed for vehicles. But
Mm,
on site, ama vitu kwa ground, as we say,
mm,
everyone uses the road.
mm,
You'll find vehicles, you'll find pedestrians, you'll find cyclists, you'll find motorcyclists, you see. And most of the times, the most vulnerable road users are the ones who tend to suffer when it comes to accidents and injuries. By vulnerable road users, I mean pedestrians, right?
mhm, mm,
Bicyclists, the non-motorized transport essentially. You have kids going to school on roads, yeah. You have elderly people, even just someone who's sick trying to get to hospital. You know, you have even pregnant women, people who are differently abled, maybe someone who's blind, someone who's on a wheelchair. All these are people who end up using the roads. Yeah. So
mm,
what IRAP
mm,
does is it helps us assess these roads to ensure that all these road users are taken into account. They're able to use these roads safely. Because
mm,
in the baseline, this road should be accessible for everyone. Yeah. It's a public utility that
mm,
should serve the needs of all its users. And
mm,
so that's what IRAP does.
mm,
In essence, the process of doing a road assessment program
mm,
involves you going to site, yeah,
mm,
with
mm,
your vehicle and with
mm,
cameras mounted. So you
mhm,
take a recording, a
mm,
video recording of
mm,
that road stretch. The essence is to be able to capture the road attributes. So
mhm,
once you do the video recording of that road, ensuring that you capture the telemetry, the GPS and coordinate data, then you sit down and analyze this video recording. And ideally, you do it for every 100-meter stretch of the road. At every
mhm,
100-meter point, you check what do we have on this road? What are the attributes? And these attributes have been selected such that it's the attributes that influence road
mm.
safety the most. So there are more than 50 attributes that you code. For each
Oh,
attribute, you identify what's happening on the road. If it's the
okay.
lane width, you identify. If it's the presence of crossing facilities,
Mm,
the roadside features. Do we have a ditch? Do we have a pole? Do we have a big tree? Do we have a bridge? You
mm,
see, do we have a valley? Do we have a cliff?
mm,
All these things that influence road safety. Do you have presence of road markings? Do you have street lighting?
mm,
All those attributes. So you have to code them for every 100-meter segment of the road. So imagine you're doing this for even just a 3-kilometer road. It's quite a
yeah,
task, yeah? But
yeah.
then, so after you do the coding, the IRAP tools help you assign a star rating for the road to assess how safe it is. So if you do the coding and the star rating produces like a 5-star road, that's a very safe road for
Okay.
use. And the beauty is that it produces the star ratings for each road user. So you will
Okay.
find a star rating for vehicles, a star rating for pedestrians, a
Mhm,
star rating for motorcyclists,
mhm,
you see, and a star rating for bicyclists. So you're
mhm,
able to tell how safe is this road
mm,
for all these categories of road users. Yeah.
okay.
And after you do the star rating, it goes a step forward and gives you countermeasures,
Mm,
cost-effective engineering countermeasures that will help
mm,
you address any safety issues identified on the road. Yeah. for each of those road users. So, for instance, the stretch of the road had a one star for pedestrians. To mean it's very unsafe for
Yeah.
pedestrians. Yeah. So it gives
Mm.
you countermeasures on how you can improve that star rating for pedestrians on that road stretch. If it's provision of pedestrian facilities, walkways, safe
Mm.
crossing facilities, you see,
Mm. Mm.
and whatnot, and you do so. This process is repeated for each of the road user categories. So how does AI come in
Yep.
this? Yeah,
Mm.
at the moment there is AI RAP. Yeah,
Yeah.
in
Okay.
full, it's
Mm-hmm.
accelerated and intelligent road assessment program. So
Okay.
when traditionally you'd have to go to site on your car, do the video recording, sit down, analyze the video, code every 100-meter segment, get star ratings, and then now get the countermeasures, and then repeat the process again so that you see now is it performing better. You see,
Mm-hmm.
now AI RAP revamps that. It's now able to do that at scale because now it brings in stuff like computer vision, so rather than you going to site with your mounted dash cam or cameras, it can
Mm-hmm.
use street view imagery, LiDAR, satellite images, to
Okay.
obtain those road attributes on very long stretches of roads. And once it's done, it's gotten those road attributes that we normally go to site physically to get. It is able to do the coding, to do the analysis, to generate the star ratings, and give the countermeasures. So, if you're following, I hope you're now appreciating how AI can help. Because initially, you'd have to do like, for you to do a stretch of 3 kilometers of road, you have to spend a day on site doing the
Mm-hmm.
record and some few more days sitting down and analyzing the data to develop the star ratings and the countermeasures. But now
Mm-hmm.
all you can now do this for even a whole county, the whole road networks in a county, even in a country, yeah,
Mm.
because AI comes in to help. So that really helps me understand the value
Mm.
of bringing in AI in our workflows. Because what it does, it takes the efforts that you're putting in, it revamps them, yeah, and
Mm.
you're able to do it at scale with greater levels of efficiency. Yeah.
Yes.
Now that's in terms of road safety. When it comes to maybe highway design,
So,
as
okay.
oh
Before
sorry.
you move to highway design, maybe
Mhm.
on the IRAP or AI wrap. So is
Mhm.
that where now it, because I think when you were having a conversation you mentioned you'd also like to share on big data. Is that now where the big data comes in and AI comes in to help you analyze the 50 attributes per 100 kilometers?
Well, yes, it all comes in together because once you have access to vast amounts of data, now big data comes in because now you're able to analyze these vast amounts of data. And not
Mm-hmm.
only are you able to analyze and draw conclusions, now it gets into machine learning because now you're able to train your models based on this data. And now you have a predictive capability. You're able to sort of see into the future based on this amount of data you're now able to analyze. You see? So
Mm.
it all ties in. But the aspect on big data and machine learning is more, it comes out more profoundly in traffic management.
Okay.
Because in terms of the intersections and signalizations, we
Mm-hmm.
realize intersections tend to be the bottleneck in the transportation system because that's where congestion now starts setting in because that's why we have the conflicts, yeah. And if they're not managed right, then it just becomes congested and the inefficiency just grows. So if you were to have an intelligent transportation system where we have traffic signals that can adjust dynamically based on the volumes on the road, you see. So the signals with cameras mounted use computer vision to tell the capacities. You see. And so that data is used to even train that signalization pattern so that it's able to adjust dynamically based on the demand that's there, and even to predict future traffic flows and to adjust to make sure that by the time obviously that at peak hours we expect these levels of congestion, yeah. So the
Mm-hmm.
signals then adjust in anticipation of even that,
Okay.
and ensure that the flows are at the right levels, that you're just flowing at free flow or at levels that are avoiding any congestion issues on the roads. So yeah, AI is really coming in many ways, and it's helping address problems that would otherwise cost us a lot of money or even a lot of time to address, but it helps us do it more efficiently and faster. I was mentioning in highway design, as David mentioned, we're using tools,
Yes.
softwares that help us to produce these designs faster and more
Yeah.
efficiently. And even within those tools, it just continues growing and evolving, because then you find while you're using the tools, there are things you're doing repetitively. And
Yeah.
AI comes in to help you do those repetitive tasks faster. So, case in point, when you're doing highway design, what I'm currently involved in is road markings and
Yeah.
the road furniture
Yeah.
involving road markings and signage, because you have to show how that is implemented on the road.
Yeah.
So it's really repetitive, because you find you're doing the same thing but over and over again. So you find that now we're using Dynamo scripts. It's a low code tool, but it's still coding, but then it's low code and more user friendly. And so you do a script that if you run it, it places those signs and the markings quite it's sort of an automated process. Yes, you
Okay.
have to go back and clean it up and really understand what's happening so that you're doing the right thing, but it saves you a lot of time because it does it automatically.
Yeah.
And so that's the beauty of AI. It really helps you save time and cost and to automate repetitive tasks. But with all this and all its glamour, it's quite important to understand
Yes.
that you need to have the basics. Like you see, the fundamentals, the
Yeah.
underlying principles,
Yes.
you need to have that first, even before bringing in AI, so
Yes.
that you're able to assign it to help you correctly and to even assess the results to check if they are correct. And if there's any problem, you're able to rectify it, you're able to pinpoint it to say, oh no, this is not correct. And then you're able to correct it and ensure that the AI is helping you achieve a proper result that you can actually use. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maureen. That was so detailed. So you took us through traffic safety on the roads, IRAP and AIRAP, traffic signalization, intelligent signalization. Was that it? And then also how AI is coming into to now highway designs. And of course, it's stressed on the point that you have to have the basic knowledge before you bring in AI. And in a moment, we're going to discuss also about like the other side of AI that we could have experienced. But before I go back to Kevin, is there any tool that you'd like to share apart from Dynamo and IRAP? IRAP is a tool. Is IRAP a tool?
Yeah, you would call it a tool. It's a set of tools and
Oh,
they continue evolving. It's a whole package. I
yeah.
encourage you to go check it out.
Okay. So IRAP and Dynamo. Any other tool you'd recommend that you have used?
Yes, yes. Maybe I didn't mention in traffic survey and traffic analysis. It generally involves a lot of data. Yeah, because you have a lot of stations where you're conducting the surveys. You're conducting them for number of hours. You're conducting them for several days, and you need to sit down and analyze all this data so that you're able to give results that you give to the highway engineers as they design the roads. Yeah, so that they do a road that will able, and even the pavement engineers, so that they are able to design a road that will serve all the expected traffic volumes. Yeah, and
Yeah.
so initially it was done. People normally do it in Excel, and it's quite intensive. But then you find you have these data analysis tools that have come in that help you to analyze the data more efficiently and even to report it, to present it to the users in a more friendly version, in a way that they can understand what you're saying. Case in point, I'm highlighting Power BI. I'm sure maybe you've had it, or or maybe you're hearing it now. It's a Microsoft platform, yeah, but it really helps in data analysis. You're able to analyze vast amounts of data. You use DAX functions. You come up with visuals, visualizations, charts, graphs, and you can even configure one of your own by coding. So you're able to both analyze efficiently and present it efficiently so that those who are reading your data are able to use it and understand it. And it's a good thing to look into because it's also used in business analytics. Literally any data that you want to analyze and later present to a set of people, Power BI will really help. And actually its value is really hitting home when you understand that once you've set up the analysis process and you have the results, and then it turns out that you need to change something in the initial steps, you're able to change it, and with live connections, that change and whatever implication it has, it just flows down quite neatly to every even up to your results. So you don't have to redo the work. You get, once you
Yeah.
make a change in the initial process, it feeds into the other processes and you just pick your result. It just makes it so easy, yeah, to do the analysis and to make updates and changes and to not have to rework your way back. So these are just ways I've been able to interact with it so far. And I can appreciate that we need to look more into it, to upskill, to keep up with the ongoing trends, and find ways that we can use AI to make our tasks, to do them more efficiently and faster, because then it results in savings in time, savings in effort, and you're able to scale your impact in a larger way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. Fantastic. And you've talked about upskilling. And I think in a moment we can share maybe some of the ways you guys got to learn of AI outside, of course, interacting with the tools, as some of the tools you guys have shared. So, are there any kind of like courses that you've done, any trainings that you'd recommend that would really open you up to what AI is and how you can apply it? So we can start with we can start with David. And I think Kevin will be back shortly. He's having connection issues and he'll share with us how we can apply AI in material testing. Oh, Kevin,
Yes.
welcome back.
Actually, in
So,
Nandi, there's a very big problem of network.
yes, we
Sorry
understand
for that.
slightly. No, these are engineers, they understand. They know the problems. So I had asked a question to David and Maureen, but I think let's finish up with you because you've not shared with us how AI is coming in material testing and sampling and all that. So let's hear from you, and then I will get into some of recommendations of trainings and whatnot.
Yeah, what I was trying to say before my network went, I was trying to say that some key lessons I've picked over the 1 year I've been using CrackNet in material testing.
Cracknet.
Yeah,
Okay.
AI has not gotten into material testing so much, but as an individual,
Yes.
I came across CrackNet, I ventured in
Yes.
it, and
Yes.
it has been helping me. Yeah. So AI, where do AI fits in material testing and quality
Yes, please.
control?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, AI fits in
Mm.
data handling. So I use the
Okay.
CrackNet in data handling.
Mm-hmm.
I use the CrackNet in predicting the quality control,
Okay.
then in field monitoring.
Okay.
Then in the in using the CrackNet, there are benefits and AI in site level operations, and
Mm.
there are a lot of challenges that it's to.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just share everything about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in data handling, in
Yes.
material testing, when I use the CrackNet,
Mm-hmm.
material testing produces a lot of repetition. The data are always being repeated so much. You find when you are doing the soil tests, where you're doing the Proctor CBR and everything, you have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of repetitions. But when
Yes.
you apply the CrackNet, it can
Mm.
automate the results, the test
Yes.
results. It analyzes and flags out anomalies faster
Mm.
than the normal ones. Then, in predicting the quality control,
Yes.
the CrackNet helped me. AI helps me models. It it predicts the models
Mm-hmm.
of concrete strength. Let's say the maturity of a concrete is in 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the CrackNet can predict the maturity in the early stages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the CrackNet also helps me in monitoring the field test.
Okay. How's that?
That one I came across, but I've not used it. But
Mm.
it tells me that if you have a drone,
Mm-hmm.
then then you install the CrackNet in it. You can use it in a very long stretch to monitor the growth of concrete,
Mm-hmm.
even the small cracks that someone cannot notice.
Mm.
Yeah, it can help us do that.
Okay. Thank you. You've actually given us a tool, CrackNet. So is it an app or is it an
Yeah, it's a map.
so you download it
CrackNet.
on your
No, it's just a site. It's
or
an
so
app
you
on a site. So it has not. It officially there's no app for it, but it's on
uh,
internet.
site.
Yeah.
It's a, okay. Okay. Uh that is actually so profound. Thank you. I think I have done a bit of material sampling, not much, but a bit of it. And yes, I relate with you on the amount of data that you need to be handling. So CrackNet helps you with handling the data, monitoring the field, and also quality control. So you mentioned this thing helps you to predict maturity of concrete. So at
Yes.
how?
No. In a state that let's say the growth of concrete, it is in. You can predict growth of concrete of a cube in 3 days, 7 days, 14, then 21, then 28. So if you have the test results for 3 days and you key it in, then it can predict the growth after 7 days, 14, 21, and 28 with
So you don't
plus
have
or
to
minus.
wait the 20. So you don't have to
Yes,
wait the 20 days.
for other 28 days, if you have to approve or disapprove a
Mhm.
concrete work.
So you can
Yes.
approve concrete works in 3 days or immediately.
In 3 days, it can give you an approximate, a plus or a minus. So if you
Uh-huh.
use it, you automatically know that this concrete will fail or this concrete will pass. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing how we can bring in AI. Any other tool apart from CrackNet?
now currently that's what I've used since it
Currently
is
that
not so much in material testing and
Okay, thank you. I'm sure that's a tip that we've all picked and we're gonna try it out. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kevin, and I hope your internet behaves going forward. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Uh, Before you came in, we were talking about some of the because Maureen was telling us that you need to stay curious, upskill, and all that, and we wanted to share some of the kind of like trainings that we've taken, if we have, or some of the sites we've discovered, some of the creators, because now we have content creators that we can look up to learn, to maybe start, get some foundational knowledge on AI that we can build up on. So I wanted to start with David, and then we'll hear from Maureen, and then we'll hear from you as well.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. As far as training is concerned, the construction industry embraces technology. It is important for professionals, even students, to pursue training that equips them with these practical AI skills. This includes with the foundation knowledge in data analysis and machine learning, as well as hands-on experience with construction-specific tools such as AI powering information model, which is the BIM, which in this it incorporates the use of ArchiCAD, AutoCAD in now the
Mm,
design part,
mm,
and generative design software such as there's Lumion, Lumion for 3D renders, and cost estimating platforms. Training in this sector, it now enhances your knowledge on knowing how to operate some specific gadgets or how to go about performing tasks in specific softwares, which helps a lot in now overall learning of a specific in a specific skill set or a specific workforce. In the now video editing sectors where we use majorly the drones on capturing the videos of how we are doing the day-to-day activities, we can also find that a specific set of personnel are training on drone operations and computer visions for site inspections and safety
mm,
monitoring,
mm,
which is vital in this space. Um, Looking ahead, skills in AI-driven 3D concrete printing,
mm.
robotics, sustainable design simulations
I'm
will be
sorry,
key.
3D concrete printing.
Yeah, 3D
What's
concrete
that?
printing. I'm actually, I'm actually, lo- um, I'm working on something to do with the 3D concrete printing, where we have a
Mm,
machine which does you key in the design into the machine. It does
okay.
the entire print without workers having been on site. You just key in the ink, which is the concrete, into the
Mm,
3D printer. It goes on site where you've already set out the site from up to foundation level. Then it
mm.
does the 3D printing of the structure that is.
So it does the
Yeah.
columns and the beams, the slabs going upward.
So the 3D printing, there are these structures where you only have the concrete part of it. It is
Yeah.
where we have load bearing walls. You don't have to have
Yes.
the columns. Yeah. So
Yes.
what are structures
Yes.
that are typically done that way. So for for one to actually operate such a gadget, they have to have this training on the specific gadget. So they have to have full training, which makes them operate a specific gadget. So continuous professional development throughout universities, workshops. You can
Mm,
actually train yourself sites like Allison. Uh, you can actually learn through even YouTube. You can learn
yes.
through TikTok.
Mm,
Yeah, even there are also global AI networks where you can actually learn and get certificates from. This will
yes.
all ensure that the engineers remain competitive and ready for the future of the building field and the construction sector. That is, yeah,
Yeah. And produce solutions like your tool that you're waiting for
sorry.
a demo for. I'm saying, and produce solutions like your tool.
Sure thing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing. So we'll hear also from Maureen some of the recommendations, some of the training she has been able to take that she'd recommend, and sites, tools, whatever, creators.
Thank you, Marian, and thank you, David, also for sharing. I'll basically build on what David had said, but also say you need to start from a point of like you need to know where you're going.
Mhm.
in this journey of AI and whatnot. So you need to ask yourself some questions and figure out what exactly am I trying to achieve in this, yeah?
Yeah.
What problem am I trying to solve? What am I passionate about, as you had mentioned earlier? And so
Mm.
as you upskill and as you engage in tasks, you aligned to a certain path. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
like for myself, I tend to think I'd like to help make transport more efficient, more
Mm.
sustainable, and safer. Yeah. So
Mm.
this I know will involve large amounts of data, and so
Yeah.
that's what led me into data analysis tools like
Yeah.
Power BI, because
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to handle vast amounts of data from different sources and be
Mm.
able to analyze them and come up with the analysis results and present them effectively for the decision makers to be able to work on them.
Yeah.
And so that's what led me to following Power BI. But I'd also like to mention that the networks you have, the people you talk to, even LinkedIn as a platform, they tend to keep you up to date with what's happening around you. Yeah. So you're able to pick up something that aligns to your goal, something that's aligning to your path. You see, they've said there's a training coming up on so and so, if something to do with pavements. So
Yeah.
if it's a webinar or that it's a discussion going on, you make time and you join and you listen in, and from there you get insights as to where the world is going in terms of that specific area that you're passionate about. That's
Yeah.
why you hear the tools being mentioned. You hear them say we are using this and this tool, and so you make time and you pursue it further, and you see if you can find training platforms like as has been mentioned, Alison, edX, YouTube. You just unajituma
Yeah.
unajituma and you're fueled by the passion that you have, the problem you're trying to solve. And so you make sure you're getting these skills, you're keeping yourself up to par, and not only getting the knowledge, once you've learned it, now you translate the knowledge into skills by applying it in the
Mm-hmm.
area that you're working in. Yeah, you try as much as you can to apply what you're learning, and then now you
Mm.
go improving, building your network, seeing the
Yeah.
results. And it's a cycle. You go improving, you work it out, you gain more. It's a never-ending cycle that you keep upskilling in. So maybe my point is find your passion, find the problem you're trying to solve, get involved in the right networks that will point you towards the tools you need to achieve your goal, yeah? And then
Yeah.
now jitume, because we are in an era where knowledge is readily available.
Exactly.
And you can even apply for waivers. If you find that financial constraint is a problem, find free platforms. And if you need certifications, at times you need to pay, but then you'll find that they also give waivers and discounts. So hunt for those and take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself. But above all else, tuweke Mungu mbele. He's the one who really orders our steps. Yeah,
Exactly.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Maureen. Let's now hear from Kevin. Kevin, please share some of the courses that you've been able to take around AI trainings. If there are some that you recommend, some sites, some creators, some content creators around AI that you recommend for someone who wants to start learning on AI and applying AI on their work.
Yes, on that I don't have much, but on my field, I came to realize that if you want to do material testing and everything, you must know how to
Yes.
manage.
Okay.
So on my side, I can recommend Alison, an online platform where
Okay.
people do so. I've gone there, I've done projects in day-to-day management of a
Yeah.
laboratory, a site, and everywhere.
Mhm.
So then I can recommend the LinkedIn where we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Allison is a good place. It's an online platform. After learning, they give you the certificate and everything.
Yeah.
So currently, I know how I can manage a whole set of material team, a
Yeah.
laboratory, and everything. So I recommend Allison and
Okay.
LinkedIn. You can get everything.
And I'm actually curious, where did you learn of cracknet?
Yeah,
Where did you learn of cracknet?
come again.
Where did you learn of cracknet?
It's I was just passing through the internet, then I came across it.
You just stumbled upon it. Okay.
So
Okay.
the curiosity got part of me. Just second
Okay.
something bigger than near.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you imagine it's been an hour? I think I'll give us 5 minutes to stretch, It's been I can't believe it's been an hour already into this conversation, AI in engineering, and how is it that we can be able to bring AI into our day-to-day work. So we wanted to make this as practical as possible, not to use the big jargons, but that whoever attends can actually be able to try something out. Whoever is doing material testing can try cracknet, Autodesk tool, the concrete printing, and and we are waiting for David's tool, and IRAP, and Power BI and whatnot. So we really appreciate you sharing that. I'm gonna give us 2 minutes to stretch before we continue, because this is a very long conversation. But we appreciate you. We appreciate the viewers as well. We are having comments, I think, from LinkedIn. Kevin Ombok is saying AI is transforming engineering in numerous ways, including design automation, predictive maintenance, quality control, procurement, administration, communication and data comparison, post construction analysis. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing. Uh, and he has continued. Here are some of the top AI tools used in engineering, categorized by the applications, design and development, Autodesk Fusion, a cloud-based CAD engineering and manufacturing tool that uses, so that's he's explaining Autodesk Fusion. It's a cloud-based CAD engineering and manufacturing tools that uses AI to assist in generating designs and prototypes. He has also recommended Leo AI, which is an engineering co-pilot that understands specs, sketches, and CAD models, providing grounded answers, faster workflows. He's also recommended Benini, which is an AI-powered 3D modeling tool that generates functional 3D shapes and assists in design and manufacturing. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sharing some of the tools that we can be able to apply in our work. Um, so, I hope we've all stretched. I hope we've all stretched and we are ready to finish strong. So now, what I wanted to ask us, because since we began this conversation, we've all focused on technical side of things, but you see, engineering is not all about technical. I think Kevin has also brought in management and all that. That as a material technician, you need to also know how to manage. So there are ways that we have applied AI into the other parts of our work that is not technical, but is still engineering in nature. Um, if we've applied AI in such ways, I'm going to give us an opportunity, each and every one of us, to share uh, about how we've applied AI in other parts. For example, in consultancy, you have like business development, report writing and generation, going to site, collecting data and all that. Is there any other way that we've applied AI on other aspects of engineering apart from the technical design and all that? So we start with David.
Thank you very much. So, basically, I on my side as a director of Morendi Builders and Contractors, I've
Mm-hmm.
done, but I've measured vastly on using AI for also my personal growth per se. So, can give out an example of like literally how I visualize myself in 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
5 years time. So, as I've been using mostly I've been using maybe like sites like ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
I've been actually using it to actually help me run my day-to-day activities, get to assist me in maybe scheduling maybe a meeting, also guiding me on how to do some of my tasks. And through of how I've been prompting it, I can actually prompt it again to give me a visual of how I can handle my goals in a day-to-day process to achieve maybe a 5-year goal plan, a 1-year goal plan, a 10-year goal plan. It actually
Mm-hmm.
has helped a lot keeping in track of how you actually see yourself in actually getting you to task to actually do these exact things that he's telling you. And it has actually helped me in getting to know also of things that it could take time for me to actually come to know about them.
Mm-hmm.
So on the managerial part,
Yeah.
um, it has helped a lot in doing research on a specific thing, research on specific problem, what made a specific thing to happen, and what can
Mm-hmm.
be done. Gives also option on what you can actually do to actually solve a particular problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm curious on scheduling meetings. Do you have to use it in a conjunction like with another app or?
On scheduling meetings, actually, okay. In that, like taking an example of how I have planned my 2 years. I actually there are some specific projects that I'm handling at a specific time. So I will
Mm,
actually bring in my my scope of work, take
mm,
the it also assists me in getting like literally this project was to take maybe 5 months, and
mm,
in week 2 we are supposed to have a meeting. This
mm,
meeting we are going to discuss this and this. So I
mm,
would like maybe to expand something on a particular field. It helps me doing that.
mm.
Doing that. Yeah, sure.
So kind of like an assistant, kind of like a virtual an assistant kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you talked also of prompting. Did you have to learn on prompt engineering how to write like the best prompts?
Um, I think you have to be real. Like prompting, prompting it's actually feeding it information that you want it to know. So
Exactly.
it doesn't require training per se. It's actually like literally just giving it information that you want it to know about what you
Mm,
actually want it to give an answer to.
mm, mm. So apart from ChatGTP, any other that you recommend or that you've
There's
used?
also there's also DeepSeek. You can actually visit DeepSeek. Google has been there all the time. You can actually source information from Google, DeepSeek. Yeah, sure.
So ChatGTP versus DeepSeek. What times do you use ChatGTP and what times did you say no, 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 I'll go for DeepSeek?
Um, I use both of them. Uh,
Mm,
so I actually gather maybe I gather some information. No, they won't have the same info about a specific task that you prompted them to do. So I'll actually get this info from ChatGPT, get this info from DeepSeek, then
mm,
I will analyze and come with a clear way of maybe doing something from all the infos that I've gotten from the two sides.
mm. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, David. Let's hear from Kevin.
Yes. Mainly,
So we are, yes, yes, please.
yes. You are saying?
I'm saying please share on some other tools because we've shared on mostly since we started our conversation, we've shared on tools that we use, but they have been more to the technical side. Yes. So we were asking of maybe
Yes.
other tools that you use, maybe for report writing, bidding, other because engineering is not just the technical things, project management and all that.
Yeah, I can second David. I mainly
Yeah.
use ChatGPT, Nova. I use ChatGPT, Nova, and Google. So they help a lot in data handling and analysis. They help a lot in predicting insights. So I can recommend ChatGPT, Nova, and the Google, which has been there for the longest time.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
actually, I heard of Nova today. So, are there specific times you'd recommend you'd say I'm going to Nova? And because you see all these chatbots AI, there are some that would give you, like, there's some there personally for me, there are times I'd be like, okay, for this I'm gonna use ChatGPT, for this I'm gonna use Gemini, for this I'm gonna use this. So is there a time that you use Nova, you feel that it's giving you better results than when you use ChatGPT maybe?
Yeah, Nova is more detailed,
Okay.
and if you subscribe to it, if you they require some subscription. If you subscribe, they give you a lot of details.
It's not free?
Yeah, Nova is not free.
Ah,
It's free to some extent, but to other extent, it is not free. So Nova, it's so much detailed. It gives you a lot of insights compared to ChatGPT. So I can recommend Nova and Google.
okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maureen? Sorry.
Hi, thanks. I'm also hearing of Nova right now. Learning. I'll check it out. I'll be sure to check it out. So, maybe in addition to what my colleagues have shared, I've also come across Notebook, Google Notebook LM.
Okay.
So, what I use it for is you can feed it a number of documents. Say you're researching something, you're
Yeah.
researching on a topic, and you
Yeah.
know maybe there are some research papers that have been written, even whole books that have been done on it. And
Yeah.
ideally you would sit down and read one at a time. Even if you're just doing a brief summary, it will take you a lot of time. But with Notebook
Exactly.
LM, you can just feed it all that information that you have, and then you can prompt it to respond to your questions. So it reads through the content you've given it, and it gives you the feedback. You can, and there are various versions of that feedback you'll get. It can even do a conversation that you'll listen to as it any its response is in terms of a conversation that you can listen to. It can give you, of course, the text response. So that has really helped me when I'm doing essays or whatnot. I just give it the information I have. I research on the documents that I need, the references. I feed them into, I upload them, and then I ask it questions, the questions that I need answered, and it helps me arrive at them faster than if I was to go through them individually. So, and in terms of project management, it will be wrong if I don't mention ACC,
Yes.
the construction cloud. It goes a long way in document management, even when it gets to the construction phase. It really opens up a whole world of efficiency because everyone, regardless of where they are can be on the same page. You can be working on the same document, and you as it gets updated, everyone is aware of the changes that are happening, and so it makes sure everyone is working at the same with the same level of information. No one is left behind. So when you're making decisions, when you're making changes, everyone is aware, and the approvals, whatnot, the processes, it just streamlined. And so it's easy. They offer a range of courses that you can follow on Autodesk University, and it helps if you're using Autodesk products, then it helps to also leverage ACC to manage your processes more efficiently. More recently, I did a course on Google, sorry, the Microsoft Power Platform. So it's a collection of the Microsoft tools, this such as Power BI, Power Automate, and a number of them, and how ideally they say it's for end-to-end business solutions. So case in point, we did a practical in managing parking space. So you see how like businesses, maybe a mall, and you have your parking. How do you manage that space? How do you make sure that you are aware when you have all the parkings full, you're aware of the spaces that are available, and how to schedule that, how to assign the spacings. So the Power Platform helps you manage that in a very automated manner. It of course it requires upskilling, but you tend to look at it. I was thinking of how I could also apply it in a construction supervision phase of a road project, because you see, you
Yeah.
have people on site doing daily reporting daily on the activities they're undertaking, and you want to analyze that information they're collecting to tell where you are at. I think ACC covers it, but it's also another way of looking at it. But so
Okay.
also all that, also ChatGPT to answer my everyday questions, even personal life questions.
Yeah.
Want to hear insight that
Yeah.
can help you arrive at an answer. So yeah, it really, it's
Brainstorm.
there, it's here with us. That's the fact. AI is here with us. It's for everyone to leverage and to make good use of it. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
All right. Thank you. Well, Microsoft Power Platform noted. What you've said, AI is here with us, and it's for everyone to leverage. So you see, I mean, maybe we can look at now where the future is going, and maybe we can all give like our opinions of what we think of AI. Because if you hear some of the discussions around AI, there are people who say that it's going to replace some jobs. There are people who says that no, it's not going to replace the jobs. It's just the jobs that are going to change. So how do you see your job, what you're doing right now, changing in the next few years with AI revolution? So what are we going to be doing different? What are some of the new skills we need to be getting into, and how is it that we are going to be doing things in a different kind of way in the next few years? What are we going to be doing, and what are we not going to be doing? If you can paint that picture, we can start with David.
Sorry. Looking ahead, believe AI will play a transformative role in the construction industry, making projects smarter, faster, and even more sustainable. In the near future, AI will enable fully automated project planning through productive analysis. This will allow contractors to anticipate delays and cost overruns before even they actually happen. AI-powered robotics and 3D printing will revolutionize how we usually build, and it will also reduce costs, reduce waste, and even the labor cost while speeding up the delivery. So the the part of now the site monitoring, where we use drones, actually it also gives us a vast or diverse way of how we actually view things from the aerial point of view. Um, we can I can also say that in the long term, the digital space where we'll actually be giving the real time feedbacks on how projects are being handled, which optimizes, it gives us efficiency, and also it gives us it gives us this, okay, according to how a project is handled. When we key in AI, when we use AI, it gives us more of a direct flow of how these projects are going to be run and how they will be delivered to actually the clients and the the clients and the stakeholders. Yeah.
I'm sorry, David. I heard you all through, but I had an issue with my with my mic. So, something that I wanted you to add also. Do you think AI is going to replace some jobs in construction? Are you going to be having? Are you going to see less people on the site? Do you think that's going to happen in some of the jobs that are going to be done away with, and some new jobs that are going to be created? And do you think incorporating AI and doing away with some jobs is going to be cheaper or expensive?
Um, for a fact, many jobs are going to be done away with. Actually, so this is why we actually ask more people to actually learn more about AI, so that you know the most jobs that we are usually giving out in the construction side are the non-skilled labor. So the non-skilled labor, these people who are doing skilled labor should actually be more aggressive to learn more about AI, so that they can find a docket in the AI system where they can actually uh, put their skill set in. And we are moving. The world is evolving, and it will be very adamant of us not to evolve as it is evolving. So it will be very good if everybody will learn more about the AI, and as I've said earlier, see a space where they can fit in their skill set on what they have learned about the AI, so that they cannot fall back when it comes to getting jobs. Yeah, and the use of the AI has actually helped a lot. It will save time, save cost at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So what you're saying is the professionals to kind of like be progressive and learn AI and see how it can improve their work, but you're going to still see the same kind of jobs going to be there. It's just that they're going to change. We're still going to see the site as it is. We're still going to see of course, are we going to have the fundis learn AI? We're going to see the masons, we're going to see the foreman, we're still going to see the site coordinators and all that. It's just that they need to now see how they can, I'm trying to think to myself how the masons can learn AI. But David has already shared that for you've already shared that for load bearing walls, we're going to be doing 3D printing. Anyway, thank you.
So
Um,
what I can add on that is like recently we are I'm actually we're actually organizing to get a plastering machine. A plastering machine. It's a machine that should be used on site to plaster. So the fundi, if the fundi is very aggressive, he can learn how to operate that specific machine.
mhm,
So that's how
okay.
they should not fall back and just get to hold on to their traditional ways of doing construction. So as
Mm,
the world is evolving, also then they should also evolve. And since the AI will be making projects be delivered faster, so that means that we'll be having so many projects running at the same time. So that
mm,
if we have displaced maybe 5 fundis by using a machine on site, we
mm,
can actually replace them in these other sites that have just come up. So I don't think
mm,
that if we just have to think it that way, people should
mm,
just get to update themselves as the world is also evolving. Yeah.
mm. Okay. That's actually profound. Plastering machine. Okay. Um, let's hear from Maureen.
They say change is the only constant, and it's a principle that has been proven over time.
True.
So it's a challenge for all of us that the change finds us prepared, just as David is saying. Because change is happening, even just what we've been discussing regarding softwares that are now being used to do the designs, be it for structures, for roads. Initially, this was done by hand, yeah. So people were skilled at doing it using the rollers. I have come across a photo of engineers they've laid down on the floor and with huge sheets, and they're
Yeah.
just drawing lines and the accuracy. That's no longer happening right now because the softwares came up, and now that has made that whole process more efficient, you see. So those who took the step to learn to use these softwares to deliver the same outputs but at a higher level of efficiency and speed. So those are the ones who are now in business per se, you see. So the honors is for us to fight to position ourselves such that this change that is constant will find us prepared. So when you talk about the future, what for transport, what comes to mind immediately is the self-driving vehicles. That's where we're headed. Soon we'll see self-driving vehicles, and we're even seeing the initial signs in the driver assistance systems, automated driver assistance systems, with the automatic brakes. It tells you there's a hazard at this side, it tells you there's someone crossing, and even it does the action, it brakes automatically for you not to cause a collision. So this will just evolve, and then you'll have self-automated vehicles, and you'll have automated signals, and you'll have everything just automated, everything operating even without much human intervention. So what does that mean professionally? I wouldn't have a proper answer for that, but it requires us to keep up. Don't be left behind. As much as you can, understand what's going on, find the skills you need to learn and how you can apply it to even improve your current work. So that when this change is coming, you're prepared. You're prepared to adapt and to just also leverage it. But it's important to know that the fundamentals are fundamentals. You need to have them. You need to know the basics, because then you still need some level of human intervention to determine whether the automation outputs are actually correct and can be relied upon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's hear from Kevin.
Yes. On my field in construction,
Yeah.
I think AI is going to do something very worse.
Okay.
You see, in my field, when you are doing mixed designs, either concrete or asphalt, you need to recheck. You can use it for 2 to 3 months. You recheck, you redo, you readjust. But AI is here. You don't need a lot of people to recheck the mixed designs or to adjust. You just key in the previous mixed design, then so that's where the AI is taking us. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. So my advice is for people to just go into AI. Then if I go back to where David left, David said he is looking for a plastering machine. Even in that sector, people are going to lose a lot of jobs. So if a plastering machine is brought up, then 2 or people are taught how to use it. Where will the other people go? So AI is taking a lot of jobs, according to me.
So normally for the checking, how many people do that normally for the material test?
For the mixed designs and everything, you can't use a mixed design for more than 5 months. Automatically, there is change in the materials. So if 2 people, maybe 4 or 3, but if 2 people can do it, the other 2 will go home. Because you need a technician in the field, you need one in the office, and so a lot of people will go. Let's say you have a project where you have more than 3 roads, 3 technicians in a road, then 1 in the office. But if AI can do all that, you'll just check, and so AI is going to send a lot of people home in my area of specialization.
Kevin, you turn out to be the prophet of doom.
No,
but this
it is.
what,
No, what did What did David say? David said, David says he's inquiring a new plastering machine.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
This to do that. Then you have a plastering machine. The other phone is to go home.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Maren, if you may
Yeah.
allow me.
Yeah.
So I think it's also a question of perspective. It's true, AI will replace some jobs, especially those that are easy to automate. Yeah, those that are repetitive and can be easily automated. Those ones will definitely. You'll not need as much people as you need right now to do those repetitive tasks because the task will be automated. But you can also look at it in the sense that it will also create other jobs that are not currently in the market in fields, in those AI fields, data science, regulation, maintenance. So it's change, and change is disruptive. But then you
Yeah.
have to prepare beforehand so that as it comes to disrupt everything, you
Mm.
survive the change. So you
So,
need. That's why we're talking about upskilling and being up to date with current trends. See
Yeah.
how do you predict that your current job will be will be affected by any AI developments. As David said, if that fundi hears, if those fundis hear that a plastering machine is coming up, the aggressive ones will go a step further and learn how to use that plastering machine.
that's
And so
right.
now they will be the ones who are ready to benefit from the change. You see. So it's a wake up call to all of us, me included, to reevaluate your strategy, know that change is coming and prepare for it in advance. And maybe just to drop a saying, they say it was not raining when Noah built an ark. Look for that. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I love this. So thank you so much, guys. This is it's the truth, actually. It's the truth. Yeah, we must change with the change. Yeah, we must we must move with where the world is moving. Yeah, otherwise we're going to be replaced. And it's not to scare anyone, really. It's just to say that you need to, like Morena said, there, as much as other jobs are being done with, there are new ones that are coming up that were not there. So you need to go the direction where the world is going.
Yeah,
Um,
if I can add.
yes, please.
Yeah, so if if you had me clearly there before, I said that for instance, if you are using this plastering machine that maybe I'll be acquiring, that means that we'll be only needing two people on site.
Mm,
Um, and the number of days that usually takes for us to do a plaster actually runs from 1 to 2 weeks. It depends on
mm,
the size of the house. But this
mm,
machine will execute this work in 1 day.
mhm,
So imagine that you have saved 14 to 13 to 14 days. So if we have jobs, like literally, if you're doing this in 1 day, that means that you can actually do several jobs at that period of time where you could just execute one job. So that means if you're having this machine at this particular job, you'll have to again buy another machine that will work in another job. So you'll be actually employing other people for these other jobs. So actually,
mm,
it is more of you should have saved time and actually again saved money and
mm,
uh, and also executed more jobs than you had done there previously. So I
mm,
guess it's a job that you should actually embrace, and
mm,
no matter how negative you will look towards this the coming of the AI, it is
mm,
real. It is there. It's you have to accept that as a fact. And if you accept it, the better. So I think that we should actually look forward to working together with the AI and see how we can actually um,
yeah, that's actually right. You know how personally how I view AI, like it's like the time of digital revolution when you had what you were doing, like Maureen was saying, you were doing it by your hand, and then a computer came and you needed to do the same thing on a computer. Yes, some jobs were lost. Some of the jobs were lost, but then they were newly found jobs, like IT. Now we needed IT support and things like that. So even with AI, it's just going to be the same. You're just going to have to, when you're doing plastering with your hand, you now need to know how to operate the plastering machine. So we're going to have plastering machine operators, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So can you imagine you have 6 minutes to the end of this live? So I want us to quickly go through maybe if you have experienced the flip side of AI that you have noticed, maybe some of the time that you've used it and you've gotten incorrect results, something like that, or like Maureen was insisting, you have to have the fundamentals. So, can we share if you, with your experience, if you've experienced maybe like a flip side of using AI in your work? You can start with David, then Maureen, then Kevin.
Um, um,
If you have,
throughout
if
the
there is, okay, yeah, yeah,
throughout the period that I'm working with the AI, I haven't encountered a moment where I have gone to the negative side of it. But I actually say that is actually more of the positive than negative.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything to say about that.
Not yet. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Maureen?
Well, AI, and at in the larger way of looking at it, AI helps. AI is it's a plus. It's not a minus. It really depends on how you use it. Yeah, just jargon in, jargon out. If you don't give it the right thing, it won't give you the right result. And also because it's something that's developing, it's a work in progress. That's why I insist you need to have the fundamentals so that you can be able to detect when the results, even when you're given it the right input, it can at times not give you the right result, or it's biased. And actually, it's a good topic that you've raised, because this the thing with AI ethics, yeah, because the people doing the
Mm,
coding of these tools and softwares and platforms and whatnot, there could be bias. Maybe bias in
yeah.
terms of gender, bias in terms of
Yeah.
the regions, a lot of bias around it. And so you cannot fully 100% rely on it without cross checking it with known evidences. And
Yeah.
actually, it's important that even nationwide or in terms of governance, we need to have legal frameworks that govern the implementation of AI. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that it's used for good and within a set of parameters that control its development and its application. Regions like the European Union already have an act in place that governs AI adoption. So
Yeah.
here in the low middle income countries, we are lagging behind. We're lagging behind, and yet this what we can actually start doing. It's really the honors of the governing bodies, the government, and the relevant stakeholders to up their game really, and to ensure that we're not being left behind too much. Because we are losing on the leverage you can have utilizing AI in our daily processes. So the earlier we
That's all.
start, the better, so that we can be able to also experience the benefits of having AI help us in our day-to-day tasks. Yeah.
I couldn't say it better. Thank you. Let's hear from Kevin. Any flip sides of AI you've experienced?
I second the previous speakers. AI is a plus. There's no
Okay.
negative side of it, according to me.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, for the company owners like David, AI is a plus for them. It saves
Yeah.
them time and cost.
Mm.
Then on my side, AI provides a lot of accuracy and consistency, if I can say that. If you're doing all the things I'm doing, There are some accurate. There's a type of accuracy and consistency. Then it is sustainable. You can work with it in us. I've not seen any negative side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic, everyone. I've learned so much actually, and I hope everyone who has joined this conversation has also been able to learn as much as I have, and also from each other as while we were speaking. We've actually come to an end. I mean, can you believe it's been 2 hours? It's ended so fast. And at this moment, I think I'd like to give everyone an opportunity to give a parting shot and to tell us how we can connect with you on social media, or if you have a card or a QR code to connect with you, and how we can be able to do that. You start with David again.
Thank you very much. As I said earlier, I'm a director at Morindi Builders and Contractors. You can find us at we have an official website, morindibuilders.com. Also, we are also in LinkedIn. Okay, majorly if you get to the website, you can find all the links to all the other socials where you can find us. Yeah, thank you very
Okay.
much.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Maureen, parting shot.
Um,
Connect.
yeah, it's been an honor connecting with you guys and discussing this very relevant topic. I've learned a lot. So, as I said, I'm a graduate engineer at SMEC. I am passionate about efficient transport systems and also about road safety, especially for the vulnerable road users. So, if you share my passion, if you want to discuss more on these things, just I think the most efficient platform to find me is on LinkedIn. Just find me as Maureen Miruri. You can send me a chat and we'll connect from there. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Kevin, your parting shot and have to connect with you.
I think I'm going to recant on my what I said first, that AI
Okay.
will replace us.
Okay.
According and after talking to you people, I've noticed that AI
Mhm.
will not replace the engineers.
Okay.
Yeah, and the technician. But what I can say is that if you are not if you are not ready to adopt and to go with the technology, I'm Kevin Agumba. I'm just in LinkedIn as Kevin Agumba. Currently, I'm working with Gas Consultants in Muranga.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right. I'm Marion, your host. It's been an honor to be here. I want to appreciate everyone who has stayed with us. We have no questions today. I hope I did not call for questions, but I didn't get any questions on the chat. Uh, but you can always reach out if you want us to host any kind of conversation around engineering. The purpose for this platform is to share knowledge, share the little that we've had. Now, some of us know about Click Connect. Was it ClickNet? ClickNet, iRap, um, and and all the tools that we have shared, all the little knowledge. Sometimes I always say there is just once you can just learn about one small thing and it transforms your life forever. If we had a mason today, they would know there's a plastering tool coming up, and they're gonna start looking at how they're going to um, start learning about this thing and change as our industry transforms. So it's just about the sharing of what we know with each other, learning and improving our professions. So I want to appreciate the speakers. I want to appreciate everyone who attended today. Until next time, have a great weekend and a lovely week ahead. Bye.